Hot coffee coming through. Hey, I got all the coffee for all the guys for the show here today, and they said to meet them in the Texas basement.
Well, you know, your hands look pretty full. Let me try to help you out. Thank you.
Oh, it's so helpful, Tony.
So I think the basement's down this way.
All right, let's go.
Oh, no.
That's
a closet.
That is not a basement.
Let's go over this way, look for this Texas
which
basement.
Which way is this basement? Tony, the kitchen's over this way.
I'm confused because I just went this way. There's a really cool little pocket office, but there's no basement stairs. Stairs going up. Basement stairs should be on the other side. Is there someplace else?
I don't know. There's got to be another staircase going down.
Let's go take a look this way.
Whoa! Hot coffee!
No basement. Endless pantry. Second coffee bar, but no basement.
Let's go check for the foundation.
Let's go do that.
Tony, I listened to Luke quite a bit, and I know for sure I can now tell the difference between a basement foundation and a slab foundation. And this is a slab foundation. There is no basement.
Beautiful stamped concrete everywhere. There is no basement.
Tony, Izzy, guys,
What?
we're up here. We're up at the Texas basement.
We said Texas basement.
Upstairs.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, come on, go.
Whoa, whoa!
Wait, our coffee. Izzy, you got to go get more coffee. We can't exist without it.
I got mine.
On my way.
I know.
Okay, let's go watch it.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We have been building custom homes for almost 2 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and also tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. We are out on a deck that has one of the most unique views in the country. We're up where we call the Texas basement. We've got what we call a grand reveal today of the most unique model that we've ever built. And what we'd like to do is invite you to see some of the things, if you come out, that you're going to see here. So, guys, what do you think that people would want to come out and see this model for?
Well, I think definitely the ceiling scaping and the wall scaping. So we have ceilings with wood beams. We have walls with some pretty wallpaper, shiplap, board and batten. Even in the great room, we have both. Who would have thought you could do both on the wall? And then when it comes to walls, tile. So we have some unique tile backsplashes. There's so much to see. And you know, every time we build a new model, I say, this is my favorite.
Yeah.
But this one definitely is my favorite.
Well, I think you put more wood wallscaping in this house than we've ever had, and at a time when wood is kind of worth a lot of money right now.
We don't talk about that.
Great job.
And another reason you're going to want to come out here is just the location. Greyson Heights, Northwest Allen County Schools off of Tonkel Road. The beautiful drive out here, and it's a wonderful location with great schools.
Now, there's no denying when you get into the house, it just takes your breath away. But let's talk about the outside, the streetscaping.
Oh, yeah.
So when you pull up to this house, everything just kind of feels right. And we have 5 in-house designers. They spend a lot of time really making sure that balance, proportion, the fenestration of the windows is all right. And that's what they really they did just perfect on this house. Yeah. Everything as far as, I mean, some of the details like the overhangs, the porches, the columns, and not just on the front, but the back too. So you can really spend a lot of time just walking around this house, and it just feels very comfortable and inviting.
And not just the front and the back, but the inside as well. The flow to this house is so nice. It's so comfortable. I had multiple people talk to me about this being a multi-generational house.
Yeah.
Because of this Texas basement upstairs, it could easily be turned into another master bedroom, and then you can have parents who may be a little bit older, don't like the stairs, they can have the master bedroom downstairs. You have kids coming home from college, they can come up these back stairs, not wake everybody up in the house, and go right into their wing of the home.
Not only that, you have to see the Texas basement on our 5 TVs. Enough said.
Yeah.
I think we've got everybody's interest. Let's really show you some parts and pieces that you're going to definitely want to come out and see. So guys, pick your stations and let's go.
Okay.
Hey, time for first pitch. Can we watch some of the game first?
Oh yeah.
But which TV? I mean, you have 5 to choose from.
Can I borrow the house for March Madness?
So you may be wondering, where are we? We are in a Texas basement, and we are so excited to introduce this to Fort Wayne. So obviously we're not below ground, we're on the 2nd level in our Texas basement. And what I love about this is you feel connected, but yet it's private. So it's off of the upstairs hallway, but you feel connected. We go out to a deck with a beautiful view, and this can serve so many different purposes.
You know, the view especially. When you're 2 stories high, you see over everything, you see more and farther down. This actually has 3 different big ponds that you can view just from here, instead of being underground and looking at wing walls. So that's one of the things I love. Plus, it has a 16-foot by 8-foot doors and windows overlooking that area. You just feel like you're outside.
Can I ask a silly question right from the beginning? Why do we call this a Texas basement?
Right, we're in
Great
Indiana.
Anybody know? I know the answer to this one. So it has to do with construction. So down in Texas, a couple factors: water table, and then the rock bed. It's too high, so it's very difficult and not very cost effective to build into the ground. So everything they do is above ground, and that's why they wanted to have that family entertainment area, if you will, and they said, well, let's still do that, but let's do it on the 2nd floor. So that's why they call it a Texas basement.
Got it.
Yep. And then now in our area, there are people that are concerned about doing basements. I think, several of us have heard family members or whatever that, the sump pump failed and you had the flooded basement. Now, there are definitely ways to manage that and managing it correctly with, sump pumps and backups. And some people even want us to put 2 sump pumps in.
And 2 backups, by the way.
Right. But for some people, my parents are the same way. When they moved out of their house, they said, I'm never doing a basement again. And this provides that space where the whole family can congregate and still feel comfortable.
One thing that I found very interesting with it is I saw our architects and our designers and everyone just oohing and eyeing over the possibilities of what they could do here being on the 2nd floor. One of those is there is a gorgeous Juliet balcony once you walk in. It's got these great sliding doors. They're pocket doors. They go into the wall. They have glass on them. There's a nice little reading area there. And below that is all the sunroom. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous area up here in this Texas basement.
Well, one thing I do know about Texas, we built down there for a while at one point in time, and here's what they did. They still wanted those theater rooms.
Yeah.
Just like here, by the way, if you can look behind us, before you guys caught us on the camera, we were all watching 5 different TVs with sports on each one. So they do want their theater rooms, and they used to put them up above just like this is. So that's another reason that this could be used for a lot of things, but one is your entertainment room, and it is drop dead gorgeous. It's 30 feet long, 18 feet wide. So what else can we pack into this small area?
With the door that goes onto the huge patio.
That's great. You guys might want your 5 TVs, but I still want to make sure it's pretty for myself to come up and enjoy the space too. So we made sure we did a lot of design features in this space to really make it cohesive with the rest of the house and not just be a separate area, but it really flows well. So we have the shiplap, and we have a gorgeous wet bar that is double-sided, is in an L shape. I love the floating shelves, the color of it. We have even a refrigerator and microwave space. So this really is a space that you could spend all day in.
Kayla, this is one reason you have to come out. This is the most unique, you're not bragging enough, this is the most unique wet bar I think you've ever designed that I've ever seen, and in a way, everybody can use this if they want to remodel their home.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, you got to come up and see that alone.
Absolutely. And I love that this space can function for more than just the media room that we have it. It could be, like Tony said before, it could be somewhere where multi-generational families come and use it, because we do have a full bathroom as well. So the other great thing is if you have friends and family over, they're not going to disturb the rest of the family because they can all be in this space at one time.
Anytime I'm thinking of things that can get me excited for a room like this, it's going to be the sound system too. So here we have overhead speakers, we've got surround sound with the TVs. You can definitely have plenty of sound for your movies or for just entertainment with music in the room.
And don't forget, off the deck, we even have sound out there to really enjoy that entertaining inside and outside.
Well, today we've been talking about all the features and how we design our homes. We have 5 different decorators, and their one big concern, and I think most important, is lighting. That's one of the most abused things in a feature of a home, but they don't. This has, Kayla, no wait, 15 can lights besides the other different switches. So this is well lit, and I think you're using LED at this point in time, and it is an amazing light feature.
Absolutely. We always want to make sure we have great lighting to light the space, but the slider doors really make it something that is enjoyable all year round.
And carpet.
I love the
Beautiful carpet here. This is such a warm and inviting room, and I think part of it is, I don't know what the kind of carpet this is, but I love it.
We've done a few stud shows on it before. It is that sculpted carpet, so it holds up really well in a space where you can be a little bit more active, and but it's still soft and to the touch, and again, it flows well with the design of the house.
One exciting thing about this Texas basement is thinking and dreaming of what all this room could be, because there are so many different purposes. One thing that I thought of was the billiard room or the pool room, because for an average pool room, you need to have about 13 by 18.
This has definitely got
We
that.
got that beat by a
Two pool
lot.
tables in here.
There we go.
I'm still a theater person. I think this could be an amazing theater room for anybody.
Yeah, and with that full bath, it could easily double as a second master or an in-law suite.
Oh yeah.
I'm notoriously a fair weather exerciser, so I think with this much natural light during the winter, I could bring up equipment to work out and really still enjoy the sunshine and maybe exercise all winter long.
Izzy, you're the one bringing it up?
Well, I think this would be a great children's retreat. Now, for my own home, I would say it'd be the ultimate tween retreat. You could still have all the TVs, you bring up the basketball, some foosball. I know my boys would live up here.
You know, because there's an entry from the outside, I really could see this being a home business for somebody with all the working from home environment that we're in. There's so much space and so many things that you could do. This could really be a wonderful home office or business for somebody.
Well, there's a lot more to this house. Let's describe those parts and pieces for everybody. How's that?
All right, let's go.
This was just the Texas basement. So much more.
It's true.
Now, Tony, it doesn't get much more comfortable than this. We're sitting in the covered veranda here on our model here at Greyson, and we'd love for people to come out, check this model and get our lot information, but let's spend a little bit of time and just talk about the features and what makes Greyson Heights unique.
This is the grand reveal of Greyson Heights, not just the model home, but of the entire area here, because we have so many unique factors that go into Greyson Heights, one of which is there is only 46 lots. There will not be more than 46 homes in this entire community.
Right. Now, we did something a little more unusual with these lot prices. There's some things that are included when you're looking at that cost that aren't typical for a subdivision.
You know, when I first saw the lot sheets and the lot prices on here, I was like, okay, they're pretty typical for what's going on. And then I kept reading. And as I was reading, it was saying things like well included, water softener included, irrigation in the front of the yard included. That does not happen anywhere that I know of, that you truly have more things included into it that are going to make the lots look great. Think about that. 46 houses, all with irrigation in the front, driving down the street, it's going to be beautiful with this.
Right, and you mentioned with that irrigation paired with that well, I mean, you're watering that lawn for next to nothing.
Yes.
And with that well, we also put a constant pressure pump on it. That's a huge
that is
value.
So huge. I mean, you can be watering your yard, you can be doing the dishes in the dishwasher, you can be washing clothes, and you can be taking a shower, and you're not going to lose any water pressure.
Right.
So the one thing I forgot to talk about is where we're located. We are on Tonkel Road, just south of the Allen DeKalb line. So as you're going north on Tonkel, you can't miss us. We have signs everywhere. Once again, we are just south of the Allen DeKalb line on the west side of Tonkel Road.
Yeah, and one thing that we forgot to mention, because I don't want people to get confused, a lot of people tie well and septics together. This is well and city sewer.
Oh, that's
so
right.
You don't have to worry about that added cost and the maintenance that goes with it. So that is taken care of. So these really are very unique lots for our area.
Come out and see us this Sunday.
Elizabeth, here at Greyson Heights, I really think one of the great features has got to be stairscaping. It's probably one of my new favorite features in the models that we've done lately. I love the open balconies, the open railing, because there's so many fun things you can do with stairs.
There sure is. Now, what I love about this too is the shape of the stairs. So we have a U-shaped stairs here, which we've been doing more of. It used to be our stairs was just kind of in the middle of the house and a big focal point. So it's a little bit hidden, but it has a lot of visual interest because of what you did with the mixture of the cable and the wood.
How cool is that? I love the X pattern, gives it a lot of interest, and you can see this from the great room area as well as from the open area here looking down the stairwell. And there's so many fun things you can do with the trimscaping besides just what you do for your stair parts. You've seen at several of our models, we have the wrought iron, or we have the metal stairs, we have so many different fun things. But what about if you have a bookcase in the middle? We have that in one of our models. I mean, just a lot of things. It doesn't have to be a boring area. You can really dress it up.
Well, we talk about trim a lot in our show and at Granite Ridge Builders, but it's really the easiest way to put your personal stamp on your home and create uniqueness.
Absolutely. And what we did with this home is something a little bit different on the main level than upstairs. And it is okay to mix trim styles in the house. So on the main level, because we have so much trimscaping and all of it is painted white, we have a lot of shiplap. We even have shiplap with board and batten style in the great room mixed together, that we wanted to make sure that the doors stood out a little bit different and weren't all just white. So we have stained doors down there with all that painted trim work is really something that stands out. And I love the craftsman style that we put on this with the head casing, with the reveal, is really what brings it all together.
You're right, Kayla. I do like the mixture of doors. We also have some doors that have glass in them. Those add a lot of additional interest. So you can see there's so many ways you can change up your home to make it unique.
Like you said, I love some of the unique features of this house where in the kitchen we have push-out windows to the sunroom to make those spaces as one, as well as to the sunroom we have balconies upstairs with some glass slider pocket doors. It's really a great way to have a little bit of fun, and I love upstairs that it's a little bit different from downstairs and they're all painted doors with a 2-panel. We wanted to make sure we didn't get too busy with all the trimscaping, so there's a lot of different ways to play around and to make this the right style for that farmhouse look you're going for.
Over the last year, there have been a lot more students having to do school from home, and so a spot like this could be an excellent addition to any home. This is a little study or a workstation, and of course with Northwest Allen Schools, it is an excellent school district to be a part of. It's been in the top 100 of the nation, and has continued to have an A and A+ rating throughout all of the schools here. One of the parts that's so fun about schools to me has always been mascots. I myself was a Heber Springs Panther and New Haven Bulldog. Greyson Heights is located in one of the best school districts in Northeast Indiana, the Northwest Allen County Schools. And one of my favorites has always been the mascots, and here let me list off the mascots that we have in our school district. Starting off with our elementary schools, we have the Arcola Eagles, the Cedar Canyon Falcons, the Eel River Otters, the Hickory Center Huskies, the Huntertown Wildcats, the Oakview Lions, the Perry Hill Cougars. When we get to middle school, we have the Carroll Chargers and the Maple Creek Bobcats. And then, of course, high school brings you the Carroll Chargers. If you've been to Carroll High School lately, you've probably noticed the construction going on. They've got a brand new stadium underway. It's definitely going to be one that we're going to want to watch as it continues construction. And of course, when it's final, everyone's going to give that one a visit.
Well, I don't know about you, but I spend a lot of time in the laundry room at my stage in life. I love this laundry room out at Greyson Heights. First of all, it has windows, so when you're in here folding, you can still be connected to the outdoors and see what's going on. This laundry room, it's not a huge space, but it is pretty spacious. There's a lot of cabinetry. We have a front load washer and dryer, and I love what we've done above that. We have a hickory butcher block countertop all around, so it's a great place to fold all of your laundry, pile it up so it's ready for the next day. There's also a laundry sink so you can soak things. And then of course we have upper cabinetry. So everything right here, convenient access to the hallway. You want to come out and see this laundry space.
You know, Kayla, one of the striking characteristics of this house, it begins on the outside, and then as you walk through it, is all the color that you find in this model. Let's talk about colors and trends. What's up?
Well, I love the colors in this home because they're more neutral. So the trends are definitely leaning towards the warmer colors, and we have done that in this house because we have done so much natural wood. That's where you get a lot of your warm colors. So for the outside, we did that copper roof, which is nice and warm. We did the natural cedar trim, but we incorporated that on the inside, but from the flooring to the laundry room countertops to everywhere in between, and a lot of our doors here too. That natural color, the warm tones are great, but then we also accented it with a little bit of that dark navy. So again, more in that warm, but really still following those trends. So we have that navy cabinets. We have this room here, which I love that color as well. So what I love is that we've put these colors throughout the entire house, but each area has been done in a different way that it still has its own unique character.
And it appears like contrast is in. I see these darker colors, the lighter, even white woodwork. Is that part of the trend?
Absolutely. We have our white shiplap. We also have the contrasting colors in here with the black windows and white trim. So this is the perfect example to see what's latest and greatest in the trends, because we've incorporated it all into this beautiful home.
You know, when you're building a custom home, it's not about just the sticks and the bricks, but it's the color of the sticks and bricks. So come in to Granite Ridge Builders. We want to talk to you about your custom home and those colors.
Kayla, we've talked many times about islands and island shapes and island sizes, and oh my goodness, island.
It just keeps going. So this is a 10-foot long island by 4 foot. It is the ultimate when it comes to entertaining.
Just the storage alone. The storage in the island with all of the drawers and the cabinets, you have so much room for everything, and that's before we even talk about all the other cabinets.
Absolutely, and I love that we were able to do a one-piece countertop. We had a large enough countertop that it is seamless and absolutely beautiful to see that wonderful pattern with the quartz countertop, and then we did something a little different on the perimeter and did a black quartz countertop, so you really play around with some of these colors throughout the rest of the house too.
And did a little bit different with the colors, because we also have the maple cabinets that are painted that beautiful navy grayish color, tying everything in. We have the floating cabinets. We have this amazing looking backsplash and 2 sinks.
2 sinks, I mean, because you have to have great entertaining areas, so we have to have the 2 sinks when you have a little bit of a prep station, and the other sink is off to the other side. But I love that sink because they have the push-out windows to the sunroom.
And the way you did the oven. The oven with the microwave above it, they're all built in, it's all nice and clean. Everything in this kitchen just looks so sleek to me.
Absolutely, but you can't forget about, I mean, these are all the great things in the kitchen, the flooring, the cabinet colors, everything like that. And I love the little details like the black hardware, but I love that we did black stainless, which is a new hot trend when it comes to the appliances and some of the hardware as well. I love the faucets that are black stainless, all that goes together, but we're forgetting one part, the best part, the pantry.
Oh, see, I don't even look at that as part of the kitchen. That's so big, it's like a whole nother room. It's got a huge countertop. I mean, we're talking, we could easily put the blender.
Okay.
We could easily put in the coffee maker. We could easily put in the entire mixer. We could, I mean, all of those appliances that you normally have out in the kitchen, we can just say, we'll put them in the pantry.
When it comes to storage and trends, this is the kitchen to come out and see. So come out to Grayson, we'd love to show you what we've done here.
And I can just see the whole thing at Christmas time. All the
Look,
kids
all
and
the
grandkids and all the Christmas cookies everywhere.
I don't know if it's enough for all of our food that we have.
Well, Kayla, the owner suite is a place of rest, relaxation, solitude, of course, a great place to read. And we make sure that our owner suites are set up for this.
Absolutely. We do get a lot of questions on how do we set up the spaces to make it the most useful for what you have, the furniture you might be bringing or the ones you might be buying new as well.
Now, you used to see a lot, you know, the 5-piece set, everything matches. You've got your bed, nightstands, armoire, dresser. We don't do a lot of that anymore because our closets have come a long way, so we have a little bit less furniture. We have a great dresser here and a TV above it, but bed placement, that's really important.
Absolutely, very important. You typically don't want it to be on the other side of the main windows in the room. You also don't want to walk into it when you're walking into the room. So if you can put it on the opposite side, that's great. If you're able to put a few transom windows above it for a little bit more natural light, now that's something that's really nice as well.
Now in this bedroom, we took advantage of the view. We're on a spectacular pond and we actually overlook 2 more ponds beyond it. So we have a bay window, lots of natural light. It's a great place to sit and read or drink your morning coffee.
And the master suite isn't just about the bedroom itself, it's about the bathroom and the closet. Now this is something I love, that we have the freestanding tub and it's open to this huge shower with all this glass, and you really see that beautiful pattern tile. And then we have the large vanity with the double sinks. We played around with the colors and had a lot of fun. We have more natural light in this bathroom as well as natural light in the closet. So this home is really takes advantage of all the light and all of the views. So this is what we talk about when we're designing the master suites for somebody. So this is something we would love to talk to you about, your master suite and what's going to be best for your lifestyle.
You know, at Granite Ridge, to build a custom home, there's a lot of things that go into that decision. And at Granite Ridge, we have 5 draftsmen that consider architectural principles
Yes.
that they need to consider very heavily when they build something like this behind us. So we got 5 people put their hands on this.
We really do. The design of your house is so important. It's the first thing people see. So we want to take into consideration a lot of architectural principles like, for instance, the scale of your house, the mass. Big one for me is the proportion of the house and even the rhythm. You know, in other words, the rhythm, how does it flow? Like the 3 gables up on top, they just kind of flow from one end to the other end.
And we match the windows to match what we're looking at with that. With the gables where we have the higher peaks, we put those longer, more vertical windows. On the lower level, we have them wider, we have them horizontally so that everything goes in proportion with the house.
And you'll also notice here that based on the size of the house, it really called for a double front door. So we put a double front door with glass in it. Beautiful, inviting element on this house that invites you in.
You know, we really care about a lot of small things that some people don't. For instance, most people do like a 12-inch overhang. This is all done with 16-inch overhang and some even 24-inch overhang. And it just makes you feel different.
Yes.
And you can't describe it until you come out and see this one, but you will just feel that the shadow lines are different, everything about it.
Everything about this house is a little different. This is a amazing example of a modern rustic farmhouse. We've got these great columns in here with more of the natural stain of the polyurethane. We have the pine that's going up on the roofs. We have the stamped concrete on the front porch that has that amazing ceiling fan underneath it. It's all the little details that when they're all put together make this house just pop.
Yeah, the wood ceiling in that porch just sets it off for some odd reason. Now, Lonnie said the front entry is the most important. I'm going to say that, guess what? There's another front entry you have to think about, our garages.
Yes.
So what we've done in our garages is we at least do some kind of pattern to the doors. We also put a lot of light in there, glass. So we take care of those type of features.
And above those entryways, we did a nice metal roof, both over the garage door and over the front door and the front porch, that really make us stand out and really tie everything together.
So streetscaping is extremely important. All the little small features that you talked about, they've got to come out to see this house with all those little features.
You know, so oftentimes you drive by a house and say, wow, that is stunning. And usually it comes down to those principles that somebody took time to think through as they drafted that house, and then we built it.
In some other cases, you drive by a house and go, wow, that's not stunning.
Exactly.
And there's normally 1 or 2 of those principles that they've missed out on when they're putting together the home.
So please, come in, talk to us. We'd love to design your home. Like I said, we have 5 amazing architects that take care of those principles. So please, come on and talk to us.
Did you notice the black gutters?
No, that's
And they have the
true.
grids up through here.
All right, the last contractor just left. Man, what a journey this house has been. There's so many people that came together to do this. Our drafting team, our designers, the construction team, and not to mention all of our trade partners. This house really showcases what we're capable of, and I'm super proud of it.
This is going to be absolutely the best grand reveal we've ever done. Kayla, would you go ahead and close for us before we have our ribbon cutting?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please pick up the phone and give us a call. Visit our website, or even better yet, come into this wonderful brand new model. We are so excited to show it to you.
Okay, I think we've got about 1,000 people at the front door waiting to
Let's
go
roll.
and do this.
Okay, here we go, guys.
You okay, one of those.
You okay there?
All right. Man, I thought something was coming off the wall.
Coming on your head.